Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, it's wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to make a little light to go on top of my post here, because partly to stop the water from going in there, and also just to create a little bit of atmosphere. I bought a box of these really tiny little submersible lights, which I'm going to be using because they're outdoor, so they are capable of getting wet. So that's what they look like when we switch them on. They've got quite a nice bright shine to them, and they're all the colour changing ones. I'm going to be using the box that this Lockout roller blind came in, and it fits perfectly over my pole, and to put the little light in, you just undo the top. So I'm going to be cutting that at 20 centimeters. From the top I'm marking down 3 centimeters, and I'm taping it off with masking tape, and I'm going to tape all the way around, and then I'm going to be painting this top section all black. The top of my little cover has got little holes in it, so I'm just going to be filling those with some hot glue, and I'm taking this small piece of foam that came with the packaging, and then I'm going to glue that on top and then spray paint the whole thing black. I'm just using a soft drink bottle piece of plastic, and I've cut a small piece off, and I've just folded the ends over so that it will fit like that, and then I'm going to fold the other two ends and then cut the corners out. I folded the plastic over like that, and now all I'm going to do is cut along the line just there so that it can collapse into a little box. I've glued the little holes closed, and now I'm going to be taking some of this book wrap, got quite a nice shimmer to it, and I'm just going to cut a small piece and stick it onto the underside of the cap. If you're using the same principle as I am, make sure that when you're gluing this little piece in, that you're not covering those little holes inside. I've glued it in, and now I'm just going to spray paint that. With this particular foam, you can actually use spray paint. If I was using polystyrene, you would have to use an acrylic paint. I'm just using a gloss black paint. And then we'll wait for that to dry. I've put my masking tape on, and now I want a window that is about 5 centimeters. So I've put another piece of tape on there, and now I'm going to spray paint all of this black. I've got my tiny little box made, and now I'm going to take that and I'm going to glue it on top of the post that I'm going to be working on, so that the little light will sit in there and not fall through the post. I'm going to be using this tape, which is a 5mm tape, and it's specially designed for wet areas like putting in between your tiles. According to the package, I can't read Chinese, so the instructions show that it can go onto your tiles and that you can wash your floors. So I'm going to be using that tape. All the paint is dry now, so now we can start removing all the tape and putting it together. There's always a little bit of tiny residue that comes when you peel the masking tape off, so I'm taking the gold and I'm going to be putting it all the way around on the top part and the bottom part here, just to cover up the mess. I'm overlapping it so that it will stick, because sometimes it doesn't stick very well to the plastic, so I'm just doing an overlap. So I've got the first two on, and now I'm going to be putting 2 more rows on, so the one will go just there, so I'm making it about 1 centimeter in between the gap. So one like that, and then next one like that. I've got the 2 rows on, and because I'm trying to make it so that it's waterproof, I noticed that the top here it's got a bit of a gap, so I'm going to just glue these pieces down. And now it's all ready to go onto the post. I've spray painted the post black as well. I've used the same black spray paint so that it matches. And now I'm going to be gluing the little plastic piece that we made on top. That'll hold the light. I'm using hot glue to do this, and now try and glue onto the metal and not onto the plastic, so I'm just going to glue a little bit around the top like that, and then we'll put the plastic on. Now you can put the little light in, and now we just slide the top piece over. I just slid the top piece over, and that's what it looks like now. I'll show you a nighttime view when it gets dark. That's a little light at night. Rather cute. And then we've got the red, and then all the colours that we can do as well. And then the white. So it does give quite a nice little shine. Very, very happy with the way that turned out. If you found this video helpful or you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate it if you would subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.